Hello Australia, welcome to another Big Couch. We have got a big show, episode 527 to be exact. Let me tell you who's on, because I don't even know who's on because of the run sheet. We've got movies with this guy, Cameron Lynch. You can't, oh there you go, there's Cameron. So he's coming up very, very soon. We've got the Fasta Pasta competition where you can win $50. Please join us for that one. We're also talking to Helen Devereaux about budgeting your money. Later on, we're talking to Candice Lorrae from the Merindas. They're going to be performing a fantastic show. She'll tell us about that very, very soon. And everything else that happens on this couch. Hope you can stay with us. Episode 527 coming up after the opener.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Oh, come on, Cameron, give me a hand. I'm just going to push this table out the way. The Merindas are going to be opening the performing song. Oh, I've got the cameras all offside here. I've got to move the set. The Merindas are coming in, dancing in the street. Please make them welcome. They are the Merindas. They've got a great show coming up very, very soon in July. We'll tell you more about that later when I talk to Candice Lorrae. Stick around, Candice. Yep, she says yes. She'll be here later. We're going to talk about that. But right now, we're going to talk movies with our very favourite movie reviewer, entertainment guy, Cameron Lynch.
Freddie, always a gracious honour to be here on the couch, and yes, thank you for having me.
And how are you bearing up? You've been busy?
I've been extremely busy, developing a bit of a chesty, coldy cough thing.
What's your school called? Because someone asked me what your school is called, where the kids perform and you teach kids how to dance.
Yes, it's called the WA Performance School, waps.com.au.
Do you need any more students, or you don't want any more customers?
Oh, we would always love more students to join our lovely community. We do dance, we do singing, we do acting, we do glee, tap, hip-hop, everything we do.
So if you like the
works.
energy of this guy, please support his school.
Yes, that would be
done.
lovely. Down in downtown Subiaco. So
Beautiful.
check us out online. Back onto the business news. Speaking of entertainment, more of the adult variety, Magic Mike XXL is coming out, and it's more of the same revelry and gratuitously nude men. Oh, Freddie, don't.
I was just adjusting my shirt, not taking it off.
Thank goodness. Yes,
It's all real.
Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey, Matt Bomber, Joe Manganiello, all the original cast is back for round 2. It's interesting. Are you pitching for a sequel?
Sequel.
Part 3, XXL.
That'll be the one that gets cut.
XXXXL, yeah. Basically, it takes place about...
I just got that.
This one's called XXL.
I'd have you know, I'm a 7X.
I'm just being... Oh, sorry.
You cut me off some X's
Sorry
there.
for
Thank you.
underselling you. Yes. So this takes place about 2 or 3 years after the first one. So basically, it's kind of in real time. This isn't directed by Steven Soderbergh, which is a big thing for me. The first one was actually. It could have been really, really dumb, but I think directorial-wise, it was saved from that grace. We've talked a lot of junk. I actually wanted to get to some stuff, but Freddie was too busy posing. That I love him for, of course. It looks like a lot of fun. Magic Mike XXL. Let's have a look.
I got a little treat for y'all tonight. We're gonna see if he's still got some magic in that mic.
Tomorrow, start the pilgrimage to Myrtle Beach for the convention.
I wish we had known you guys back in our day.
Well, I'd say it's still your day, man.
I mean, if this really is our last ride, what if we make up some new routine?
This game is evolve or die.
Are you ready to be worshipped? Are you ready to be exalted?
What are we?
We're like healers or something. Yes, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bro time, it's show time. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I can do that. Pretty easy.
Good stuff. Also featuring real quick, Twitch from So You Think You Can Dance. Fantastic actor. Glad to see he's breaking back into Hollywood again. And that is in theaters now. So after you finish watching this, you can go see that. Good
Magic
stuff.
Mike.
Yes. Next up on the cards is the next offering from the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Ant-Man, starring Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas. This is essentially a story of a master criminal who turns sort of anti-hero to pull off the ultimate heist in the world. This is tough because it's been in developmental hell for a while. Edgar Wright was originally directing it, but due to creative differences, he actually left. I'm a massive Edgar Wright fan, so I was really excited to see him helming a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. He's still got a credit, so he's still partially responsible for it. A lot of early screeners are saying this is the biggest amount of heart they've seen in a Marvel movie in a long time. A lot of really heartfelt performances, real character driven. And I'm hoping it's going to be the next sleeper hit, sort of in the vein of Guardians of the Galaxy. This is called Ant-Man. Let's have a look.
Scott, I've been watching you for a while. You're different. And I believe everyone deserves a shot at redemption. Do you?
Absolutely. My days of breaking into places and stealing stuff are over. What do you want me to do?
I want you to break into a place and steal some stuff.
Makes sense.
Are you ready to become the hero?
Now, the suit has power. You have to learn how to control it. And these are your greatest allies.
You're kind of cute. Whoa.
When you're small, you have superhuman strength. You're like a bullet. So you need to know how to punch.
You want to show me how to punch? Show me how to punch.
That's how you punch.
You tried to hide your suit from me. Now it's gonna blow up in your face and destroy everyone you care about.
Scott, get out of there!
Did you think you could stop the future? You're just a thief.
No, I'm Ant-Man. I know. It wasn't my idea.
Ant-Man, eh?
Great stuff, Ant-Man. Great to see Paul Rudd finally capturing a big superhero moment on the big screen. And as you saw, in theatres July 16, so keep your eyes out for that. And finally, we have Paper Towns, A Fault in Our Stars 2.0, as I like to call it, essentially by the same writer and by the same production company. A young man is not besmirched, that wasn't the word I'm looking for. He's totally smitten with his next door neighbor. He sort of grows up and then they're sort of like friends, but then they kind of break apart. One night she sort of breaks into his room and takes him on this sort of wild night he'll never forget. Not like that, Fred. And then basically she disappears the next day, and she's left sort of a trail of clues for him to find her, and he takes a bunch of friends.
Very similar storyline.
Yeah, it's basically the coming of age tale, basically, that a lot of young people. But for me, you can't beat the Goonies. I mean, they basically fought a bunch of sort of racial stereotypes, and you know, they released a pirate ship into the ocean and stuff like that. Like, so I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age or something like that. This is obviously not a film pitched at me. It will find its audience. I'm sure it'll be quite successful. Paper Towns. Let's have a squiz.
Can I open my eyes now? You're giving me the minivan.
We know how much you love driving it.
Awesome.
Life for me was a well-oiled machine.
Duke in the fall, kids by 30, got it all mapped out.
Sounds boring, sure, but I like boring.
Hi, Mrs. Jacobson.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Radar.
I would hit that so hard. Q, that's a good thing.
Doesn't really make sense for us to go our teenage years never having been to a high school party.
We've been to plenty of parties.
No.
If there's a tuba there, it's not a party.
From the moment I saw Margot Rouse Spiegelman, I was madly in love. Margot and I were practically strangers. Until this one night.
What the?
Margot?
I need to borrow your car.
What?
I have 9 things I need to do tonight, and more than half of them require a getaway driver. My boyfriend has been cheating on me. Revenge plot begins.
It's not as weird as it looks.
Still weird. We're ninjas.
I can feel my heart beating in my chest.
That is the way you should feel your whole life.
Beautiful.
It's a paper town. Paper houses and paper people.
Margot loved mysteries. Maybe she loved them so much, she became one.
She's gone.
When was the last time you saw Margot?
Where the hell was she? Who was she with? Why wasn't it me?
You were with her last night. It has to mean something.
That was the greatest 30 seconds of my life.
We're trying so hard. I found something. An address.
Did she ever say anything to you about an abandoned building?
Margot? Guys?
You'll go to the paper towns and you'll never come back.
Oh.
Last time I was this scared, I just sleep in my mom's bed.
If I were you, I would get that scared every single night.
I've never missed school before. It feels kind of wrong.
It does feel kind of wrong, but it also feels kind of right.
Take a risk. Stop playing it so safe.
Dude, put your shirt on.
How much do you drink?
I think it stuck to my hand.
I miss her.
I miss her too.
If I don't find Margot, it's all for nothing. Hey.
You have to get lost before you find yourself.
Paper Towns out soon.
Paper Towns also out July 16. So if you're into that demographic and that sort of tale of heart throbs and young people and unrequited love, and I'm on medication that makes you talk more, BS than usual. So let's hastily moving along to the top 5 movies.
And they are number 5.
Number 5, Terminator Genesis.
Number 4,
Ted 2.
Number 3,
Inside Out.
popular movie. Number 2,
Jurassic World.
good movie. And number 1,
Minions.
Minions. I haven't seen that one. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Thank you, Cameron.
My pleasure.
Looking forward to any big movies coming up in the next few weeks.
Definitely Ant-Man, and of course Magic Mike.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Look forward to seeing you there at the preview.
Oh yes.
That's Cameron Lynch. Please support him through his fantastic dance and music school called
WA Performance School.
And we'll catch you at the other side of this break. You're watching The Couch on Foxtel. See you then. Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television around Australia and Foxtel, of course. Don't forget to tell all your friends. If they haven't got Foxtel, don't despair. Don't get Presto, don't get Stan or Netflix. Never get Netflix, American crap. Now, let me tell you, You can watch us online. It is, of course, thecouch.com.au, and you can catch all our live episodes every week at 8 o'clock Perth time, 10 o'clock all around Australia. And you can catch everything that matters to you around your state as well here in WA. All right, someone that matters financially is Helen Devereaux. She's back. She's my budget trainer, and she's back on the couch today. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Fred.
Big dilemmas in the world today.
There it is.
And without financial control, it gets worse. So today, Helen, what are we talking about?
How to improve handling your household management with
Is
money.
there such a thing? Because I find on my limited income, I have to pay more for rent, I have to pay more for groceries, for electricity, water, rego now. How do we cope?
It's putting a plan together, Fred, so you can actually see where your money's going, so that you can see what you could actually change. And more so today, it's time to really put a budget together and a plan, because it is tight with the cost of living going up all the time.
Yeah, well, years ago, people would say, okay, I'm on a tight budget, everything's gone up, I need to find a new job. These days, it's a lot harder to find a new job. So people who have to stay with the jobs they've got because they're in a secure job, you don't want to risk not being able to find a job. So they have to change, rather than change their job, what can we change to help them cope with the increases?
It's really changing your story that's going on in your head. Most people all think that they need more money, and it's not that, because I have clients that are earning $50,000, have clients earning $300,000. It's the same story. If you haven't got a plan, the money just goes. So you really need to now really track and see where you are.
So when we're talking about a plan, give me an example of how we can make a plan for someone. Because someone's listening in saying, okay, we have to have a plan. What is a plan? What is she talking about?
Well, I'm talking about a budget plan, and the key on this, you have to be accountable to it. You can download them, use anyone's, but how many times are people accountable to it? So I'm that third person that comes in and really scrutinises it and put it down. And I work with couples, because couples, it's the highest #1 reason for divorce now is about money issues.
Financial problems.
So if you've got a third person, why ruin a good relationship over money? Bring someone in and help you set your plans and work together.
So if I'm reading this right, you're saying you could be that third wheel. They come to you, they bring their financial mess or headache to you, and you promise to be impartial and give them a fair opinion on where they're going wrong and where you can maybe help them.
Absolutely, and the couples actually hear each other. With having me there, they can actually hear each other for the first time, because often they're not actually in financial mess, but they want to go into different directions, and they want to be able to get ahead, and one doesn't want to talk about it.
Give me an example from your opinion. Where do you think sometimes people go wrong? What are the common mistakes people make in financial management?
For a lot of them, like the FIFO workers, when they're working from home, I see a lot of emotional spending. It's a quick
They're lonely
fix.
and they go and spend money on crap, basically.
And then if he's been working away, he'll come back and go out and get all the fishing gear. And I've made such a difference when we sit down. I'm not saying you can't have it, but manage it. Like one of my FIFO workers, $250,000 over 4 years, and they had nothing. 5% equity in the house and a lot of credit card debt. So we got them sorted out, and I built up a slush fund. Thank goodness we did that, because then he got redundant and he had that to work on. So now they've actually broken their habits, and they still have their spending money. I'm not denying anything like that for them, but they've got a plan and they can get out of debt.
So Helen, do they come to your office? Do you have a building, or
I usually go to the people's homes.
So they can make a phone call to you.
Yes.
Or email you.
Yes.
You can organise an appointment to go and see them.
That's
what
right.
sort of information do they need to give you at a meeting like this?
Usually I'll do a bit of a phone call, and I'll hear what the issue is a little bit, and I'll take down sort of what they are projecting in their budgeting, so that I'm a bit planned, and then we'll go through 2 hours, a 2-hour consult.
Do you only look after couples, or do single people?
Oh no,
come
I have a lot
well?
of single people, because there's I don't know. I want to bring the taboo out of that. You have to have someone to help you with money. Get the shame away from it. If you haven't had the skills or the training.
I agree with you, because I think financial counselling is something that we all are a little bit embarrassed to ask for. But it doesn't have to be embarrassing or offensive or humiliating.
No.
Because you know what? You could, like you just said, you could be on a very good salary, but just don't know what you're doing.
That's right.
And I think that's the main criteria. If you think that you're going in the wrong direction, give my budget trainer a call.
Absolutely.
Helen, you'll go out, you'll chat with them, you'll go through all their finances.
Yes.
And do you ever have a situation where, Helen, you just can't help people?
Oh, yes, but I have a team of colleagues and business associates, you know.
So you don't work alone?
No, especially the ones that are in hardship. The bullying that's going on with the debtors, especially the banks, and people are already in a vulnerable situation. How can you negotiate back to the bank? You'll just agree to what they want or the payment, knowing full well you can't make it. That's a real passion of mine, to be able to help people on that.
I would love to, I know we're sort of going in a different direction, but talking about bank credit cards and fees, I would love to sit down with you, because if you're like me, you go for the frequent flyer points, but sometimes they're not the best credit cards to go for. And I think a lot of people are getting caught up in this fast money.
Absolutely, because we don't see cash and it's just pay wave here and everything. And sometimes you might think that you've got money in the account and it hasn't been cleared and you've already spent it.
You've overdrawn it.
Yeah. And why? Why is interest rates still so high with the cash rate so low?
And I'll give you an example with my bank, ANZ. If you go over even by $1, they charge you $6 a day, but they don't tell you that you've gone over.
No.
So with this modern banking, you have to constantly be online.
Yes.
And you could be paying $100 for a $2 overdraft.
Yes.
So it's quite a very confusing world when it comes to finances. What do people need to do? What's the first step they need to do to get in touch with you so you can help them?
Go to my website and call and put the promo code for the couch.
Yep, tell us in that camera there.
In that camera.
Tell us the website.
Go to my website, www.mybudgettrainer.com.au.
And you're also on Facebook.
And send me an email and put in the promo, the couch, and you can have a 30-minute free consultation chat to see where we can go.
Is there a limit to consultations? Can I have many free ones? Because I think would it be a giveaway if you had Fred Mafrica, the couch promo? Because you know what? I think we could all use your help.
I think it's time to come out of the woodworks and share. People need to get rid of the shame and talk about it. It's vital.
Fantastic.
It's not good for your health.
Fantastic. And if you do that, you might even be lucky enough to get a $50 voucher thanks to Fasta Pasta. Have you checked out Fasta Pasta, Helen?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're not going to with that attitude. Check out their new menus, Helen.
Introducing Fasta Pasta's new lunch menu.
Lunch the way I like it, please.
Just choose your fresh pasta.
Linguine.
And your sauce.
Fiorentina.
From just $9.90, then add sides and drinks. Lunch the way you like it for a price you'll love. Only at Fasta Pasta.
Helen's got heaps of topics, but we'll talk to her next time. Fasta Pasta competition. 0439 929 929 is the number to call. That is the number you need to SMS your answer, the code word, which is Fasta Pasta. Fasta Pasta. It's on screen right now. Put your name and address on that SMS as well, and please remember your name and address is very important. The word Fasta Pasta, 0439 929 929. And if you do that correctly, you could be one of our lucky people to win a $50 voucher thanks to Fasta Pasta. Now, we will have Helen back again because she's got heaps to talk about, maybe in the next week or two. But please contact her if you need, and you can always check our website out for her details as well. Neesha's back with some Outback initiatives. Over to you, Neesha.
Thank you, Fred. I'm joined on the couch by two very inspirational ladies. To my right here and to your left on your screens is Sheryll, the director from Outback Initiatives. Welcome.
Thank you, Neesha.
And Suzanne, who's the ambassador of Opportunity International. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, first and foremost, tell me a bit about Outback Initiatives, Sheryll, and what you do.
Okay, Outback Initiatives is a leadership development company, and we've been operating nationally and internationally for over 22 years. Our latest program I'm really excited about is a women's program, women's only program. And we take women out for a few days on Margaret River and get them to find themselves again, give them some leadership skills, which I think women are really sort of looking for at the moment.
Wonderful. And how do you find when women come on these leadership training programs, what are their responses when they come back?
Well, actually, you can ask Suzanne because she went on one of my programs.
Oh, lovely.
So,
we got a live testimonial. I thought it was just Wendy, but also Suzanne. Right.
Probably two words would sum it up, and that's life-changing.
Life-changing. That's very powerful. Very powerful. And that leads in nicely to talk about your role as ambassador for Opportunity International. Tell me about that.
Thank you. As a business coach, I'm quite passionate about people growing their business and being proactive. And Opportunity International give small loans to women in third world countries to allow them to have their own small business so that then they can fund their children's education, they can get food, etc. So is great.
That's wonderful. And the common thread I'm hearing here is you're a business coach and you've got an extensive background in leadership development training. So you're using your substantive roles for the greater good. Yeah, so it's a collegiate approach.
Absolutely. I love the concept of women helping women. We really need to get down to some grassroots thing. And when I heard Suzanne, CEO of the Opportunity International, talk about what they were doing, I thought, I've got to get involved. Got to do something.
Fantastic. And you had a clothes swap recently, I heard.
We did. It was incredibly successful. So we asked women to actually bring clothes that they weren't wearing anymore, that perhaps they didn't fit, or maybe those shoes that looked fantastic in the shop window and didn't quite work for them. And so they brought them along and swapped them for other clothes that other women had brought. And it was just amazing. And we had over 20 stall holders around the outside, and they're small business owners, women business owners. So it was about small business owners in Perth supporting small business owners or potential business owners overseas.
Isn't that beautiful? Because you've got women in the Perth community, getting engaged in the community, and then you've also got all the help and assistance. You're actually taking it abroad, aren't you?
Yes.
Suzanne, you were talking earlier. Tell us about that.
So what Opportunity International does is it actually gives people the opportunity that wouldn't have had it to make a life-changing situation where they're getting their children to school where they wouldn't have been able to, to actually do that. So they coach them monthly on hygiene, finance, things like that when they're paying back their small loans and noticing the difference. Whole communities are changing because of it.
It's lovely. It's nearly about the sisterhood aspect. Fred and I were talking to the Red Hatters a couple of weeks ago, and it is beautiful. So where to from here? So you've got a great connection now through the course. Where to next?
We're just going to continue to hopefully do this again next year. I'm really looking forward to that one. And probably I've been away a lot, so my poor PA has been doing all the work for me. So she's organised it almost completely by herself. And I just want to actually see the funds go into where they're supposed to be going, and that's why I got involved with this organisation. The funds go where you want them to go. They don't go into administration. So I'm really excited to be part of this.
Wonderful. And a lot of women are probably sitting in their, sitting at home watching us thinking, how do I get involved with these exciting women and their projects? So what's the next opportunity that they can get involved?
Well, we actually have a women's program, a leadership program in September. We run at Margaret River. It's only 3 days. It's for time-poor women who perhaps wouldn't invest in themselves normally. And if they want to find out more and they want to get involved in something, a bigger picture, they can actually look at our website, thetakethenextstep.com.au. And if they're interested in assisting Opportunity International, we'll have information there to help them as well.
Wonderful. So I think it's a great opportunity to network with other like-minded women and get involved in the not-for-profit work as well. That's real global citizenship behaviour. What about you, Suzanne? Anything that you can, tell the audience if they want to get in touch with you? Any details or tips?
I think if women are interested in life change and they're ready for life change, whether it's in leadership, whether it's making a difference with someone in another country, whether it's in their business, we can help them in making that first step.
Wonderful. Well, Suzanne, Sheryll, lovely to have you on the couch, and I'm sure we'll speak to you again soon. Great work, and we'll keep up to date with what's happening as well. But for all of you out there, if you want more information, you can go to thecouch.com.au, and all of those websites as well will be on there. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Neesha. And I want to be an honorary woman because I think they do amazing jobs. And if you are a woman out there and want to be inspired by something great, we've had these people on the couch. They are a wonderful organisation. Please get involved. Check out their website, best way to start, or contact us here at the couch. They will be back on the couch, hopefully monthly, maybe every 2 months. And you'll be back after this break as well to join us for some more couch. See you then. Welcome back here to the couch on Aurora Television around Australia. Now, you would have seen the amazing performance of the Merindas. They opened the show with Dancing in the Street. Now I've got their lead singer and their manager, Candice Lorrae, with us in the studio. Welcome back.
Thank you so
Now, that
much.
was an awesome performance with you and the ladies.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the Merindas. For those people who don't know anything about you guys at all, tell us a little bit more.
Okay, well, firstly, the Merindas, the girls in the group are original singer-songwriters, and back in 2012, Michelle Wilson from Noongar Radio had contacted me and said that...
Big girl.
Yeah, she wanted us to form a little Motown group to launch the premiere of the Sapphires movie in Perth. So that's what we did, and it was a one-off show that became an ongoing thing and something that I guess that I would be doing the rest of my life.
Tell me the names of girls in the band now. Who are
Yes, we have Christelle Kickett and Rhiannon Nichols.
Now, they're fantastic Indigenous Australians that are
Yes.
doing an amazing thing with music, but you've undersold yourself because you're very talented as well. Because you've all got other jobs on the outside
Yes.
as well as your music,
Yes.
haven't you?
Yeah.
And you're involved with music all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, all the time. I teach music and manage and help other artists. And
your partner's a musician.
Yeah.
And you live in a world of music. How hard is it to do music as an Australian around the world?
It is very hard. You know, we have to sacrifice a lot to make it work. You know, I don't have any kids, or we don't have as much family here in Perth. You know, I'm originally from Darwin, so we don't really have time to mingle with our extended
are you busy
family.
all the time?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
And do you find the Merindas now that you've been around how many years?
3 years.
3 years? I've never known a time that you've been quiet.
No, and it's just getting busier and it's getting harder. And
what do you think people love about the Merindas? What is it that's so special?
I think that we have an image, and it's not like an original image, but it's an image that people are accustomed to from back in the 60s and 70s. And I think that there was a big movement back then with music, and it was so fabulous with all the colours and the glitter, and I think people get attracted to that kind of a thing, and the music as well, the soul music.
The whole Motown thing.
Yes.
Were you always growing up as a child into that sort of music, or did you do other types like country?
Well, I was growing up with a lot of modern R&B through the 90s, and it was only just, you know, probably when I was 15, my mum had married a African-American fella from New York, from the Bronx. So he introduced me to James Brown and a lot of the blues singers and Motown, and I had the opportunity to go to New York and visit all the family over there.
Amazing.
And it was just mind-blowing, and that's somewhere that I'd love to take the Merindas.
I was going to ask you, where to? Where would you love to see, say in 5 years' time, what would you like the Merindas to represent? Where would you like to be?
I'd like to place us in Las Vegas as, you know,
Vegas
3
casino?
Aboriginal girls from Australia. You know, I don't know whether, you know, you'd want to tap onto that Sapphires twist type thing, but we get asked that all the time. Are you the Sapphires? But
do you find that people, when you identify yourself as Aboriginal Australians, or Australians Aboriginal, do people sort of become a lynch mob where they go, oh wow, what's Aboriginal? What's that all about?
Yeah,
and you say,
we
Australian.
get so many non-Indigenous people coming to our events, and it's fantastic because, they're seeing us on this big stage, and
they're wondering what
and seeing what Indigenous people are really capable of, how talented we are.
You are amazing. You're very talented. Now you're singing again at the end of the show. What's the song called at the end?
Come See About Me.
Now we can also have your CD that I've got on my desk at the moment. Where's that available?
That's available online on iTunes, every basic, you know, music download outlet, and on our website as well. And you can actually get it, download it for free on our website.
Let me give you a couple of more minutes because you're doing an amazing show. It's called The Merindas, The Sweet Sound of Motown. Tell us about that. That's going to be at the Astor Theatre.
Yep.
What can we expect?
You can expect a beautiful opening by Phil Wally Stack. He's going to play Didge.
Another amazing musician.
Yes, and also opening the night is Randa and the Soul Kingdom, who is a local funk lady here. She's really...
Is she good?
Yeah, she's cool. She's
good
the
as the
littlest girl, biggest voice.
Yeah.
And we've been collaborating with her just recently, so she's fantastic. And you can...
buy your tickets at the door if you want. But they're going to be on Friday the 17th of July. That's the 17th of July 2015. Doors open at 7:30 p.m, folks. Astor Theatre in Mount Lawley. Can you get them online from the Astor Theatre as well?
Yeah, probably best get them online because they'd be, you know, a lot cheaper, and they could get sold out because it's
well, I'll read you a
getting
little
close.
flyer. It says here, featuring some of WA's best Indigenous songstress singers and soul, Candice Lorrae, Crystal Kickett and Rhiannon Nichols, backed by band Rhythm, is that right?
Rhythm 22.
Rhythm 22, yes, I couldn't see that so small. Singing all the Motown classics. Is there a favourite in your mind when you talk Motown? Do you sing one more than all the others?
Yeah, I don't know, we always chuck in sugar pie, honey bunch.
What about,
yeah, I can't pick a favourite.
I think you guys are amazing. We always love having you on the show. We are giving away two tickets, not a double pass, to the first person today. We thought, Candice said, Fred, do you want to give away a pass? We're going to give one away. All you have to do is send the code word, which is Merindas, M-E-R-I-N-D-A-S, Merindas, with your name and address on an SMS to 0439 929 929. That's the word Merindas, that's the code word, 0439 929 929. And you need to be living in Perth or fly over if you want for the show. The show's on the 17th of July once again. It's going to be at the Astor Theatre. You can get the tickets online. Check out our website for more information. I think we've pretty much covered it all. Any other big shows coming up for the Merindas?
Yeah, well, to support this show, this is a fundraiser, so we're heading to Beijing.
Who are you raising money for this one?
To get to Beijing.
Beautiful. Oh, well, that's a good fundraiser. I'm going to Beijing, folks. Well done. I can't wait to see you there. And I think you guys deserve all the success. You work incredibly hard. I know we've had to shuffle interviews and shuffle dates because they are so busy, and we should be very proud of these Australian people doing an Australian job very well. Thank you for coming in today. We look forward to your song at the end of the show. That is Candice Lorrae. She's part of the Merindas. And if you want to know more information because you missed out our websites or don't know where to get the tickets, this is how you do it.
If you're looking for more info on anything you've seen on today's show, head to thecouch.com.au. It's where you'll find all the links for our guests, plus clips from the show, backstage photos, and even exclusive movie reviews. You can also sign up as a couchie and be part of our competitions, including Spin It to Win It. New Zealand viewers, that's open to you too. So jump online and check it out now. thecouch.com.au.
And that's how you contact us. Joining me now on the couch are two lovely people from UWA, Sarah and Julian. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolute pleasure. Now, today we're talking about a really important topic, taking care of our feet, but particularly blisters. So, Sarah, talk us through, what is a blister?
Well, there are four main contributing factors to blisters, and these are high pressure, there are high friction, moving bone, a repetitive trauma, and also having a certain type of skin. So I've got a foot model here at the moment, and I'm just going to demonstrate what's actually occurring. So when you're walking and you've got some socks on and you've got your shoes on, and there's a lot of friction moving, so it's all going to be moving as one. And what happens is that the bone is moving, but the skin below is actually stationary. So what's happening is that you're getting these little micro tears within your stratum spinosum, which is one of the layers of your epidermis. And with that, you get the little micro tears and you get a cavity forming, where you'll get fluid flowing in there, and you'll get the development of a blister. And the purpose of the blister is to actually reduce friction in that area. So it's a protective mechanism. However, they're very painful and can cause a lot of discomfort. So there are a lot of things that you can do to try and prevent the blisters. Firstly, looking at your footwear, making sure they're not too narrow or too wide, too long or too short, because everyone has a different foot shape. So one shoe might fit someone else, but then another shoe could be, the wrong style or the wrong last. So making sure that you're wearing the right shoe is the first thing. Also, the way that you lace your shoes. And Julian's got one of the shoes with us, and he's got a certain lacing technique.
Okay, so basically what I'm trying to demonstrate here is called a heel lock technique.
Okay.
So a lot of patients who come in to see us do wonder what the second eyelet on the little...
yeah, I wonder that sometimes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
So basically, it's there to serve the purpose of doing this particular lacing technique. So in order to demonstrate that, you create two little loops.
Okay, yeah.
So you pull them across, having the loops across there. And while you're pulling, remember to pull down, because that really locks down the laces. It's nice and tight, and then you just do your normal lacing over it.
Brilliant. So this lacing technique, as opposed to just using the first, it was eyelet that you mentioned, So as opposed to just using the first eyelet, creates better support? Is
Definitely. Better support, and it's also better motion control. So it stops the foot from moving in the shoe, so that helps prevent blisters from forming.
So you have less friction occurring within the shoe, and also what it's going to prevent is the development of sort of blood blisters. You know, when you can get a hematoma under your nail, so that's going to prevent the foot from sliding forward, but also it's going to prevent the heel from sliding out. So if the heel is constantly slipping out of the shoe, you're going to get a lot of friction along this region, and that's where a lot of people get blisters, especially in your slip-on shoes.
So I'm really hearing it's the effort you put into actually understanding your own foot, so to speak, and getting the right fit first time.
Yes, definitely. And when you are going to be doing a massive walk or for a competition, it's important to make sure that you've determined which shoe you're going to wear. Wear them for about an hour or 2 hours, and then take them off and have a look and see if there's any red areas over the foot, because that's going to tell you where you're going to develop your blister. So you can use different things like strapping material, or we've got some moleskin. So this is going to reduce the friction in the area. Using just Fixamol and wrapping that around the toes, where you get a lot of friction, or even using a little gel sock that actually sits over the toe, just like a little cover. And that's good if you're getting any blisters in between your toes.
Right, so you would do that after you've tried the shoe on for 2 hours and taken it off and noticed where the redness is?
Yes, definitely.
So what do you suggest for people looking to, I guess, buy their next pair of shoes? What are the, I guess, the critical steps they need to take?
Going to a good shoe store like Athlete's Foot, where they actually know and look and see your foot and go, right, well, I know that this kind of shoe is going to fit you, because if you've got a broad foot, maybe a narrow heel, or you need a deeper insole, or whether you need more motion control. So going to a great place where they're able to fit you is the first step. Also looking at either wearing 2 pairs of socks within the shoe, or even a sock with a double lining. You can also use antiperspirants as well on your feet to prevent your feet from sweating.
Wow.
So there's a few extra things that you can do, but also some dressings as well, like this little dressing that we've got on this foot model. So what this is going to do, this pad here is going to deflect the pressure from away from here, where you might develop a blister, or even potentially already have a blister, and that's going to deflect the pain, so you won't have any more discomfort while you've got a blister. But Julian is one of the students at UWA, and they do a lot of charity work and supporting a lot of the big walks that are going on. Julian, do you want to expand on that?
Fantastic.
Yeah, so basically we put our hands up for most volunteering positions that are available. For example, last year we went to the Oxfam walk, and that helped a lot of the walkers, because they do quite long distances, and we were there to help them manage their blisters. Because
so it's actually treatment. That's fantastic that you put your
and
hands
it's also
up to do
prevention
that.
and also education in terms of what can you do in future references.
Fantastic. So it's that education mode as well. So the audience has had a great opportunity to have a bit of education today and awareness that UWA are doing a great job with their students as well. Thank you for coming in today, both of you, Sarah and Julian. We'll see you on the...
Thank you for having us.
Absolute pleasure, and I'll be coming for some tips after the show soon too. So now we're going to be having a quick look at the screen here. What am I looking at? Typing, wrapping up. Oh, we're going to be going to break, ladies and gentlemen. But what I'm laughing at is I can see Fred over in the corner and is actually changing. So you'll see a fresh, new, changed Fred shortly. See you soon.
Welcome back to the couch on Aurora Television. Now, can I just apologise for poor old Neesha? Before the last segment, she actually got a glimpse of me change because I had a purple shirt on, and then I went to green, and she saw me naked in the corner. And look, in normal situations, she would probably quite enjoy it, I'd say. But on this one, it sort of startled her seeing such a great body. Obviously not enough lighting for you, Neesha, but sorry about that. But thank you for throwing to the break. Now, can I just say to you, she's undressing me with her eyes. Notice how she's not even looking at me. Anyway, Neesha wants $100, I want $100. Do you want $100? Well, thanks to Bendigo Bank and Community Bank in Bayswater and Noranda, we're giving you a chance of winning a $100 ultimate bank account. To do that, all you have to do is put the code word. There it is. It's called Bendigo. Bendigo, like Bendigo in Victoria. Bendigo Bank. Bendigo is the code word. 0439 929 929. That is the SMS number. Put your name and address. Now, I've been doing this over the last 5 weeks and I've had only about 4 million entries. Not enough. Bendigo is the code word, 0439 929 929. You can open up the account at any Bendigo bank. We give you a $100 voucher and you can spend it the day after you open it. Not that Bendigo wants you to close the account, but that's how it works. Thank you very much. Now, before the break, we also had the podiatry clinic people in from UWA. Now, if you would like to go and get some help from them, we've got the website. It is on screen right now. It is www.podiatry.surgery.edu.au/clinic. Just Google it like I do every week and just put UWA Podiatry Clinic and you'll find it. But please support them. They do a great job. They charge only $35 for people who can't afford to go and see a podiatrist. It's a really great bargain. A lot of students, a lot of qualified people there, and they can help you. So UWA Podiatry, if you need your feet looked at, try them. All right. I think I've covered everything. Time now for Neesha to cover how I can go and look for a new job after I finish here. Over to you, Neesha.
Thank you, Fred. I'm joined on the couch by our career coach on the couch. Lois, welcome.
Hi, Neesha. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you because, like Fred said, you know, a lot of people are looking for assistance with their careers, but particularly our employment landscape's changing. So I imagine in terms of resumes, that means that there's some inherent changes there as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Resumes have really changed over time. Gone are the days where you could just print something out and go around the shopping centre and get your job. A lot of, applications are now online, but there are a few things, you have to watch out for when you're putting your resume together. And I think one of the main things is realise that it's a marketing document, so you kind of have to put your marketing hat on.
So your personal brand?
Exactly, yeah, and doing a lot of research about the organisation that you're trying to get a role with so that you can really tailor things and make sure that the resume really hits the mark.
Okay, so you could be applying for a similar role, let's say a HR advisor at two different organisations, but your resume is going to be quite different for those two if
Absolutely, yeah, it could look quite different because one organisation may, for example, people often think, I won't put in that community work that I do or that volunteering, that's not relevant. But you might do some research and find that that particular organisation, we were talking earlier about, some of the charities that many of the organisations involved with, you might find, I've worked for that charity before or helped out there, I can mention that because there's going to be then some resonance between the organisation and you.
Yeah, so what do you think employers are looking for with the resumes? Because, you can get, a lot of people are out there marketing resumes and to assist, but what do you think they're actually behaviourally looking for when they get your resume on their desk? What differentiates you?
We hear in the research you've probably got 5 to 10 seconds to grab their attention.
That's not
so I always say, it's real estate. It's like the front of your house. The street frontage is important, so make sure you've got the most important information on the front of the resume. People get a bit confused between resumes, CVs. CVs are longer academic type document, whereas a resume is generally around 3 to 4 pages long. And then, of course, a lot of people these days are consulting and as well as working for an employer, and you might even decide to do a capability statement. So that's more about what you've done in that type of role to get yourself a contract or a consultant type position.
Okay, so that's interesting. So capability in terms of you, obviously as a consultant, you may have not done the work for that organisation before, but you've got transferable skills.
Absolutely. So you can say these are the sorts of things that I'm able to offer your organisation. This is what I've done before. So it's similar to a resume, but you've just got to switch hats in a way when you're marketing yourself.
So what are some things that you maybe shouldn't put in a resume? Have you seen anything that people have put in that you go?
Yeah, it tends to be, sometimes I'm working with people who have unfortunately experienced redundancy, so their resumes can be a little bit out of date, and they may still put in that they're married with 3 kids and they have a dog and they live here and sort of just too much personal information. These days it's very pared back. Also, resumes go through different fashions, so it used to be okay in a way to put your picture on, your photo.
I was going
These
to
days
ask
we
you
don't.
that.
So it's a fashion thing. We don't tend to. We put everything on there that's really absolutely information that the person needs to know. So my name, how to contact me, and then everything that's relevant for the job. Of course, they can always go to LinkedIn and check you out or Google you and Google Images and find you, but really you don't generally put that on your resume. You just keep it really pared back, and very much it's about research and then making sure that it really targets, the relevance is really important, so it targets exactly what the person's looking for.
Now, this is such a interesting topic, but we are sort of running a bit low on time. So are there any other sort of tips or, spaces people can look at, particularly with your association, your organisation that you run rather?
Sure.
To get more advice?
Yeah, thank you. I've got a website which is Career Wisdom, which is my organisation, but I've also put together some great job-seeking tips for people who are either lukewarm looking for a job or actually, actively looking for a job, and that's at careeradvice.com.au. So there's some free tips and free information that you can grab from there.
Very good. And I think the other thing people tend to forget too is when they're going through a career change, that coming and seeing someone like you is actually an inspirational step too. You go to a personal trainer when you've got a physical, condition to try and improve, but it's also your mental preparedness for the next job. So
absolutely.
I do promote people to get in touch, and if you are being made redundant at the moment or going through that hard situation, there are people like Lois that can help you out.
Absolutely. Help you bounce back and into that better role.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you soon again.
Love to. Thank you.
If you want any more information and you've missed those websites there, please go into thecouch.com.au. But for now, I'll throw back to Fred, and he's wearing the same shirt as far as I know.
Thank you, Neesha. You were very observant. I was going to ask Lois, just a quick one. I think we've got 30 seconds. Lois, there's a lot of people now, when you apply for a job, is it true that a lot of employers are now looking at Twitter and Facebook accounts of those people that are applying for those jobs?
Yes, they will screen the social media, so you have to be fairly careful, put your privacy settings toned down and remove anything, I guess, that's not going to be very flattering for you.
Because a lot of people aren't knowing this now, and they're putting stupid things on, like they're saying, I'm getting drunk every weekend and I'm being stupid every weekend, then they go and apply for a serious role and it affects them, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and even if they've commented on, I can't wait till it's Friday because I really hate my work. Those sorts of things are not the best to put on social media.
There you go, Neesha. Get that off your Facebook. I knew it would affect your job career.
I love my work. People sense I love it.
No, she's wonderful. Thank you very much to both of you. Lois, it might be a topic for another show too, about telling people about social media and how important it is for jobs. Lois Keay-Smith, she's one of our fantastic people here from Career Wisdom, and of course Neesha's someone that we're stuck with every week that puts me in line. That is it for the show for this week, and if you can guess how many shirts I wore on the show, I'll give you a prize next week. Just for the hell of it, just send me an SMS and say, Fred, you wore 5 shirts this week, and I'll give you a prize next week, because that was the challenge. We're going to leave you today. The Merindas are coming up. Don't forget to catch their show in July. I certainly will, at the Astor Theatre for more information. Thecouch.com.au is our website. Next week, another big show. Hope you can join us. I'm going to be talking about Zorb balls and more. Interesting topic. We'll see you next week. We'll leave you with the Merindas. Bye-bye, Australia.